The walking stick. When my eldest sister was 14, she came down with polio. She couldn't walk at all and had to be carried everywhere. As time went on, she began to strengthen, and with the use of crutches and braces on her legs, she was able to get around. She continued to get stronger, and doctors said she would eventually graduate to a cane. A few miles down the road from our house lived a man. He was a bent-up, crooked little man who walked with the use of a fancy brass hand-carved walking stick. One morning, he was walking across the highway to retrieve his mail from the mailbox and stepped in front of an oncoming truck. The truck struck and killed the poor fella. The impact threw the walking stick into the ditch. No one picked it up after the accident scene was cleared away. My two older cousins were walking through the ditch to stay off the road on their way to our house to see my sister. They found the walking stick and brought it to her. Everyone gathered round her to see if she could walk with the stick and braces. She was slow, but able to walk, and got faster and stronger the more she would practice. One night, she hung her new walking stick on the door by her bed. Everyone was tired and went to bed. About the time we all got to sleep, we started hearing a loud thumping noise going down the hall. No one really worried about it because they just thought it was my sister going down the hall to the bathroom. The next morning, she was calling for anybody and everybody to come to her room. She couldn't find her new walking stick. They looked all over the place and accused the younger kids of playing tricks on her. Later that day, my mother was gathering the laundry from the hamper in the bathroom and found the walking stick in the hamper. The same thing happened again the next 2 nights. On the 4th night, my sister hung the cane on the door by her bed, and my brother carried her to my parents' room. All the kids gathered there, too. We sat at the foot of the bed and waited. We were all in there, every family member. It seemed like an hour went by before we started hearing the thumping. We all heard that cane thumping all the way up the hall. As the sound got closer to my parents' bedroom door, the doorknob began to turn. Then the thumping continued to the bathroom. When we repeated this whole experience the next night, my dad bought my sister a new walking stick. He took the old stick apart easily because it was in screw sections. We never had any more problems at that house. My dad got transferred, so we moved and lived peacefully in the new house for a long time. One day, Daddy was in the attic and found the old walking stick. He put it back together to see if it would walk. That night, we all gathered in Daddy and Mama's room to see what the walking stick would do. It wasn't long until we began to hear the thump of the walking stick heading down the new hall. As it drew closer to my parents' bedroom, the door opened. We saw the walking stick and a lit cigarette continue to walk down the hall. The very next morning, Daddy sold the walking stick to an antique dealer, and we never had any more walking sticks again.